simply amazing. It blew me away.
National campus has been beautiful. Everything about it, the knowledge, everything that these tennis pros can give to us. Sometimes we take it for granted how smart and knowledgeable people are in this industry.
Working on this beautiful campus is a plus. It's very windows, sunshine all the time, and then college match days have been the best experience so far for me.
Hi, it's Coach Mick, and I just want to say, first of all,
okay, check out this game called Switch. Pete, the athletes have to follow me.
hi, I'm Coach.
What's up, guys?
All right, can I borrow your mic real quick?
Yeah.
I've got to use this mic here just because we're having some other mic issues. But hi, my name's Coach Mick, you guys. I'm the Director of Experiential Learning here at the National Campus. And what my job is here at the National Campus is to create a learning lab, both physically, kind of with what we're doing right now, and virtually, where we might only have so many here tonight, but there's going to be hundreds watching this live stream tonight online. And my goal is to bring visiting coaches, pros, anything that's educational your way so you can learn and not necessarily have to come to the campus all the time. We'd love to have you here, but we'll give that to you virtually as well through live streams and recorded workshops. Now tonight, this is our second night with our very special guest, Jorge Capestany. And just a couple things about Jorge here. Jorge Capestany is a US PTA and PTR master professional. I think there's only 10 pros in the world that have master professional status in both the PTA, the US PTA and the PTR, and he's one of them. He is the owner and creator of JorgeCapestany.com, which is a free instructional website for tennis players. A lot of coaches go there as well. And he is the creator and owner of what we're going to be talking about tonight, which is tennisdrills.tv. When I was a teaching pro for 30 years, a director at a club, I remember lots of days where I came in and said, oh my, what am I going to do today? Oh, I better go to tennisdrills.tv and figure it out. I got a lesson in 10 minutes. But usually we plan that out a little bit more ahead of time than that. But in a bind, it worked really well. But otherwise, last but not least, he's just a great friend of mine. We've worked together in a lot of different arenas, and I've learned a ton from Jorge. I continue to learn more and more from him every time I see him or get a chance to hang out with him. So let's welcome Jorge Capestany and world famous tennis drills.
All right, guys. All right. Have to do the through the shirt thing. So let me just get clipped in. All right, Mick, let me know if that's not good. So thank you guys for coming, and I want to thank for those that are watching. A quick thing for the people watching live. This is the drills handout, and if you're on the site where you're streaming it live, there's already a link there. You can print this diagram. They've got 24 drill diagrams here. There's like 24 pages, two-sided. So feel free to print that and share it. It's all part of what you get here tonight. So I want to thank Mick. I want to thank the USTA for making this possible. It's all their expense. They're doing the live streaming. They're giving the facility. They brought me down so that everybody else could see this for free and all the people online can see it for free. So a big shout out to the USTA for that. So here's what we're going to do for our 2 hours tonight. I'm going to go over drills. That's kind of my sweet spot. That's what I think I do pretty well, and that's probably what I'm most known for as a speaker. But I can tell you this much. I've been very fortunate to be able to speak, usually sign drills, but on a bunch of things, and all over the world. I've been in China and Australia and Norway and Cancun and I got to go to Wimbledon last year and speak. I wanted to go to Wimbledon as a life's goal to play, but I didn't make it. So I went as a speaker, so I'll take it. But here's the thing I want to tell you. When it comes to tennis drills, a drill is only as good as the pro delivering it. Okay, I think most people would know that if you put 6 players out and Joe is the coach, the pro, and he's doing a certain drill and it's going very well, it's just rocking it. It has purpose, everybody's getting it, lots of touches on the ball, good, cardio, everybody's running, and it's really purposeful. That could go great. But also, if you take the same 6 players and you take the same exact drill, but now Coach Joe has to go away and here comes Coach Bill, maybe it could go different, right? Not the drill that was changed, it was the pro. So what I'm going to show you today is a whole bunch of drills. I don't intend to take 20 minutes on any particular drill. I want to show them to you, get through them so you have the idea, and then we're going to move on. The first hour today, I'm going to focus mostly on the drills that we typically do if you're a coach, either with your teams or at a club. Those are group drills. They'll have 4 to 6 players, and that's very common for if you're a teaching pro or a coach. And then the last hour, or most of the last hour, we're going to change gears a bit. And I'm going to show you drills that I think are better for when 2 players are practicing on their own. And one of my passions is, I know for a fact from I've been very lucky and I got to coach several kids that won gold balls, and even those very, very top players, the people that are winning national championships, you can't trust that the fact that they go out and hit with another really good player, that's going to mean a great practice. Quite often it was not very good at all. So there's 5 play situations when you play tennis. That's really the only 5 things you'll ever do. One of them is you're playing from you're serving, that's one situation, or you're returning is number 2, or you're playing from the baseline, or you're playing from the net, or you're hitting passing shots and lobs, and that's basically it. I didn't really invent the 5 play situations, they just exist in tennis, but because it's a nice easy package, I like to use that system. All right, so then I could say to my players, okay, where are you weak? What do you really need? When you play a tournament and it doesn't go well, what do you trace it back to? Is it serving? Is it returning? Is it baseline play, net play, passing shots and lobs? And it's a really easy way. So that last hour, I'm going to show you how my go-to favorite drills for 2 people for each of the 5 play situations. All right? So that's what we're going to do. Now, the very first thing I'm going to start out with might be a little bit weird of a drill, but I like to do it because I get to go around a lot. I get to go to different clubs and I see different things. And the warm-up of a class, okay? So imagine this, you're teaching tennis. You got a high school practice. It's the first 5 minutes. Does everybody show up on time? No. Okay, so Hope, by the way, I'm very excited to say that the Hope College men's tennis team, that's where I work, they're going to be our guinea pigs today. So guys, let me have 2 of you out here. So let's say it's 4 o'clock, it's an after school lesson, and here come my 2 guys, okay? I'm going to just show you really quickly how we changed our warm-up routine. By the way, let me just pause for a second. What we used to do for a warm-up routine is they go to their courts, assigned courts, and they would just go back to the baseline and start warming up. And then more people came, and then the court was crowded. So here's what I do now. When they get here, they're instructed to do mini tennis, half-court tennis, just the service boxes, and they have to hit underspin. So guys, just use that side, feed the ball however you want, but then the rest is underspin, and go. So here's coaches, as you're watching this, here's what I've learned. So of course, a lot of our junior players and rec players, they don't all have very good underspin, right? So as we started doing this, here I'm going to really, Matt Workman comes out. Here comes Matt. He's 2 minutes late, but now he's here. So now you have 3, okay? So guys, include him, please. Just the 2 service boxes, all underspin. Notice there's not much movement here, right? There's not much movement. And actually, depending on your class, you might have to go around and start showing what underspin is, okay? Maybe they don't even know how to do it. But I want them to do it because it's a really important part that they have in their game, and this is, I'll show you a little unexpected benefit. Wow, here comes Justin. Here comes my 4th guy. He's also late, but he comes in. I would have him join right here. So now these 2 guys are going, and up until 4 players, this is what we do. They're all hitting underspin, just the 2 boxes. By the way, after about 6 months of this, some of my players have hit 2,000 or 3,000 underspin shots that they would have probably never hit. Now watch, here comes my 5th player. His name is Christian. Here he comes. As soon as we get 5, you can go over there, Christian, we stop. Now the drill changes a little bit. Single file line, single file line. Guys, no hard hitting, all underspin, just the 2 service boxes. Alleys are out. but now you feed it and get out. It's like ping pong, hit one and go. Be nice with your power, but not nice with your placement. Move the other team around. Yes. Now, coaches, you can see the movement for the first time has started to pick up, right? So go ahead, just go ahead and start a new ball. We don't necessarily score this. Oh my gosh, look at my old pal Sam. Sam's coming in right now. It's 4:07. Here, Sam, get over here. Because this is real life. This is what really happens. You don't have everybody show up on time sometimes. So Sam's going to get on the action. He's less warmed up than some of the other guys, but this is what we do. All underspin, and this is the new way we do it. By the way, this is not a time for the coach to be out making cell phone calls or, you know, taking bathroom breaks. I want you coaching, and usually what I'm coaching here is angle, because even these guys who are pretty good, they're going too much straight ahead. I really want to see, yep, now we're talking. Create them angles. Be mean. I want, yes. All I had to do is just tell them they weren't any good and they were killing it. Perfect. Nice, nice. Okay, time. We'll do that. The whole thing takes, what, half hour? No, 5-6 minutes. All right? So I did that as a change. I actually stole it from a club who I thought was doing a pretty good, it was kind of a variation of this. But here's what I can tell you as the big takeaway. One of the things that happened is for some of my, especially high school JV players and 3-0 players, and by the way, we warm up adults this way too. For the very first time, they were trying underspin because it was part of the rule. Just the first 5 minutes. I'm not saying you have to become a underspin hitter. You just got to try it for a little bit. And guess what happened after a year of doing this? Sally in my class has now hit a couple thousand more underspin balls than she ever would have. So guess what? She does better in matches. She's getting it, okay? So I say that because when I go into a club, often when I go to a club, it's a coach will watch me speak on drills. They go, oh, that guy's pretty good. And they say, hey, what would it take to get you to my club? So I can't go everywhere, but sometimes I go and they say, look, just come to my club and pump up my coaches because, you know, compared to what you did, we're kind of deadbeats, you know, it's just like, eh. So get in there and get them, Jorge. And I watch, and the warm-ups set the tone, okay? If you watch closely, the first 5 minutes of a lot of club practices, they're not so impressive. It's very casual, and at least that's how we did it. So that's my little takeaway. I just wanted to show you that before we got totally into the drills. All right, guys, let's go to the next drill. Number 2. Absorb and rip. So players, let's start out with just 4. So let's lose one, I don't care who. Sam's in charge. Sam's the team captain and our senior. Fire up. So guys, you're going to play this game cross court. Will you put this behind you? So there's two separate halves going on, but I like this game a lot because it's let me tell you a news flash. Juniors in particular, but club adults as well, they don't have a lot of ability to take power off the ball. You probably have players, probably boys, in your club who might be 16, 17 years old, and maybe, listen to this, maybe never in their life have they ever occurred to them to take power off a ball. Whatever comes in, I hit it at least that hard, if not harder. Okay, so drop shots, touch is foreign to them. Not everybody, but for a lot. So this game is helpful in a couple ways. So Matt, you're going to hit right here with Justin. At the same time, Christian, you're going to go with Mike. This is not a come into the net game. You have to stay back. As the ball comes to you, instead of rallying it back, you have to pop it up to yourself, let it bounce, and then you rip it back. Okay, when you pop it up, you can't pop it up inside the service line. So these guys are pretty good. Watch them go. Ready, go. Pop it up, bounce it, rip it. Pop it up, bounce it, rip it. So coaches, as you're watching this, ask yourself, these guys got pretty good ability to take power off, right? They're comfortably taking the incoming ball, just taking a little bit of pace off it, and then they rip it. Nice, Christian, good. Nice. Woo, save it. It's quite the workout, by the way. Nice. Oh boy, get up there. Okay, that's the out ball. So time. Here's how I recommend you do this game. In the beginning, they need some practice time. They're not going to get it. They're going to hit it. Here's what typically happens. I'm just going to be honest with the, people that haven't done this before. So Matt, just here's how, yeah, hit it hard. Here's how they do it. Whoa! They got hands of stone. They don't really get it. So let them have it. So don't put the scoreboard on too early. Just let them try it and get the feel for it. So it's practice. Then you can make this a match. You can count it. Okay, so guys, now that you got the hang of it, they kind of had the hang of it. So just as if you're watching, make sure that you give people a few minutes to practice. By the way, if you are watching live stream, hello, you can ask questions. If you ask questions on the website there, Coach Mick will ask them and we can answer some of your questions. All right, let's see it competitive. You're keeping score. You versus the other guy. See, if you pass it backwards by accident and you can still keep it going, so be it. Okay, good. Crush. Nice. So the better the players, the more difficult it is to put it away because they have pretty good hands. Oh, that's it, Mike. Stop. Okay, excellent. Woo. Okay, look at it. They don't want to stop. Okay, stop. All right, good. Now, since we have 8 players here, I wasn't planning on this. So I'm going to throw in a little bonus for you. I know a lot of coaches, especially for coaching teams, like high school teams, you might have it in a court sometimes. So, 4 more hope, guys. Everybody get behind one friend. So, guys, here's what's going to be the change. The first people there, you're the passer. Okay, so Justin's going to be the passer, but guess who's the hitter? Danny. And then you got to really get out of the way quickly. So let's just isolate this half. I just want to make sure you get it. Danny, make sure you don't pass it too far up. But Danny, don't be by the curtain either. You want to be, same thing. You're going to pass, get out of the way. Mark's going to rip, then you're back in to pass. Let's just isolate one half. Okay, go ahead. We'll see. Okay, pass this. Get out of the way. Mark rips it. Boom. Here's the passer. Okay, we got 1-0. Go again. That's going to happen. This you can keep track of score. So now it's the same drill, but you're accommodating up to 8 players. Bam. Okay, good. No problem. Try it again. You guys feed this time. Okay. Pass it to your buddy. Get up there, Danny. I call that the stinger. You're going to be aggressive, but with topspin. Nice pass. Okay, good. Here we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. All 8 players, get it going. Ready, go. We'll play for 30 seconds with all 8 players so you see what it's like. Nice. One guy passes, the other guy rips it. Boom. One guy pass, one guy rip. Nice save. Boom. Okay, stop. You kind of get the idea. So, let's say you play that game on a semi-regular basis. Your players are going to get hundreds and hundreds of chances to take power off the ball. Might that be a good thing? Okay? Yes, especially, really for all levels, but especially for, I already know what you're thinking. There's people at your club who have the hands of stone. They're probably a boy. They're probably 17 years old. Probably named Tyler. No, I don't know. And they just can't do it. They pass and they just, why would I ever do this? This drill stinks. Okay? It's just that they're bad. The drill doesn't stink. They stink at the drill, but they blame the drill. Okay, so that's a really important skill. We do it a fair amount at the club. I call it absorb and rip because you're absorbing the first one, bounce, then you rip. So you saw it there with 4 or 8 players. All right, next drill. Good job, guys. You're killing it. All right. Okay, square eliminator. For this one, I just need 4 players. So the first 4 that were out, you're goners. So this one is my way of starting to teach strategy. So Danny, you're going to play against Mark, and Alex, you're on deck. You'll play against Sam here in a minute. So think of the courts as a big 4-square game. And if you follow along on the outline, you can see this. Square 1, square 2, square 3, square 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can call them whatever you want. Over there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this game, you're going to serve Danny, but you are going to throw down this thing into any one of these squares, any one of them. There's some strategy here, okay? You got to think of where your weakness is and stuff. Now, as soon as you throw it down to that square, that eliminates that square for the other player. Okay, so you throw it down, you're going to play a point to the deuce, you're going to play a point to the ad, and then those two players will switch ends, and then the next guy comes up, Sam comes up, he takes it, he puts it wherever. It's very interesting to see where people put this. Here's when you know you got a problem. A kid with a big forehand, crappy backhand, and he comes up, and he goes, what am I supposed to do? Okay, think you're going to eliminate a square. Where do you want to eliminate for that he can't hit? What are we doing? Okay, listen, you got to get this. And he'll go, okay, how about that? I go, what's wrong with that pitcher? You don't want him to hit forehand, so he's not going to hit there. Now he's going to. So really, if you have a weaker backhand, you got to have the basic common sense to throw it over here. If you're horrible at the net, you might say, I don't want to go up. I don't want to be up there. So you get the idea? Where do you want it, bro? Okay, boom. Now, just to let you know, Danny, you're thinking, hey, Danny doesn't want forehands. His backhand is world famous. Okay, 2 points. One to the deuce, one to the ad. It's called square eliminator. You get 2 serves if you need them. Nothing like having you play with no serve warm-up. Nice, play it out. And time, he hit it in that square, boo. 0 for you, 1 for you. If that player hits it in the eliminated area, points over. So Danny goes again. Mark now knows. Okay, second chance. Okay, good. Now, that's right. Now, those two guys switch ends. Here comes Sam. Sam, where do you want that? He wants it right there. He doesn't want backhands, basically. Good safety, Sam. Way to be the man. Okay, here they go. Ooh. Wrong half. So he did a mistake because he hit in that area. So timeout. What do you think this drill teaches players? Okay. First, it's the beginnings of patterns. I found a side benefit that I didn't plan on, which I kind of love. When you're playing, if you want to rally, your only option is to rally to the baseline. Oh, by the way, it has to stay for both shots. So I don't let them switch it between shots, just for both shots. So watch. In this scenario, you can only hit to there, right? Well, if this guy has a big fat backhand, that's maybe not good for you. So for the first time when we play this drill, I would see players on that side hitting over here, but what's the only shot they can hit over here? And I'm like, dude, you would have never done that if it wasn't for the rules of this game, but I love it. So they're trying to actually hit over there. Say, look, you don't have to hit here. Just go ahead and keep giving him forehands, which he loves. But if you want to hit here, it's probably going to take a slice. All right, play again. Okay, and good job. So rotate. Actually, not a great job because he was a good job of doing what you shouldn't do. Oh, wait, time. Okay, we need clarification because people are going to get confused. Was that out? Yeah. Okay, my bad. I'm old and I can't remember things. Go again. Ooh, that's all right. You're probably not thinking about it right now. Mark also chose to take forehands and eliminate the backhand side. Nice, way to spin it in. Good little change of pace. One more time, guys. Let's move this just because it's too much of the same. Want to throw it over here somewhere, whatever you think. Okay, good. So you cannot hit here, Sam. If you do, it's toast. That would have been toast, but it was out. Okay, double. You get to go again, Alec. Same eliminated area here. This, we call this square 4. Good. Play it out. Okay, good. So you get the idea, right? I love it because for the first time, some of my players, let's face it, certain players, they're a little mentally numb. when they play, they're like, oh. They're just totally winging points. They don't know. At least gets them to think a little bit. Why would you put it here? Sometimes they can't answer that. All right, so what's your strength? This. Have you ever asked a player what your strength is and they say, I don't know? It happens, right? It's not a good thing. Okay, that's really rough. Okay, speed feed. I'm going to need 6 players. This drill is one of those that falls in the category where people ask for it. It's so popular that our kids are asking for it. If we don't play it for a week or two, they're like, hey, can we play this game? So it does take, let's throw a few balls over there, guys. You'll need a few balls on both ends for this drill. And I'll tell you the true story about this game. The first time I saw it, or I tried it, it didn't go well. I actually aborted the drill. I said, screw it, I don't want to do it. But I came back to it like 2 weeks later, and it had the coaches demonstrate it, and kids could visually see it, and that was way better. Now that's a big hit. So you're a team, you're a team. The object of the game, the way you score a point, is somebody on this team has to win 3 points in a row, or someone over there has to win 3 points in a row. Now, so this drill takes a little bit of a sales job, and here's what it is. The people, if you win the points, it's ping pong tennis. You hit and you get out. If you win the points, you stay. Okay? So if you win, you stay. That means you would lose, and here's the trick. The next guy behind him can hit a feed that's a winner. So notice how these guys, you'll watch pretty quick, they have balls not in their pockets, in their hands. When Mark goes this way, they get out of the way, because if Mark loses, they're completely going to hit a winner. You got to win 3 in a row. A lot of times it's a seesaw battle. So let's just show you. This is my right, this is my left. Here we go, 3 in a row. Okay, my side over here on the right, here we go. Okay, we got 1 over there. They got 1. Mark has 1 over there. Mark has 2. Feed it nasty. Nice feed. Mark has 2. And time. So right off the bat, we have a score. You guys as a team have 1. Mark's kind of the hero. These guys have 0. After there's a score, you take a quick pause, regroup, grab some balls, and you go again. Sometimes it takes forever just to score. We got 1, you got 2. Oh, now they got 1, they got 2. Now they got. So let's watch it again. Notice the people on deck, what they're doing. This is all about the people on deck. Okay, so he's got 1, Alex got 1. Okay, now Sam has 1. Sam has 1. Sam's in the gray. Okay, now Danny has 1. Mark kills that, sir. Now Mark has 1. Back and forth we go. Oh, now we have 1 over here. Mike has 1. Tough feed. Now they got 1. Now we got 1. It's back and forth seesaw battle. Alec has 1. Now Sam has 1. Now he has 2. He has 2. Sam has 2. Oh, that was awesome. Now Mike has 1. Mark has 1. Here we go. Come on, fellas. Mark has 1 on the far side, my left. Mark has 2. Don't let him get you. Mark has 2. Oh, that was funky. Oh, no. Time. Mark has 3. So what's the score? This team has 2. Mark's the real hero right now. And this team has 1. Okay? Is that a cardio drill? Yeah. Don't bust this out with your 3-0 senior women's team. Is not the best option. Okay? But fitness groups are good. Now, I will say, remember, all drills take a little bit of a sales job. I don't like it. This is important if you're watching. Here's what I see when I watch a coach and I'm trying to assess how he runs drills. One of the most important skills you have to develop is your sales job. How do you sell a drill? I could have taken that drill and just said, okay, ready to go. And we just do it. But have you ever had people, you do a drill and they're not buying in? Raise your hand if that's happened, okay? That happens all the time. If you teach tennis, like, why are we doing this drill? Sometimes it's not fair because they don't do the drill well, so they want to blame what? They're not going to blame themselves. They're going to blame the drill, okay? So let me show you a little trick called PAS. Pain, agitate, solution. I can sell a drill really well. Okay, okay? But it shouldn't take you an hour to do this. It shouldn't take you even a minute. It could take you 15 seconds. So here's what I do in my class. I would say to my high school group, hey, how many of you guys play doubles? A bunch of hands go up. All right, how many have coaches? And I always ask them to raise their hand. I'm making them do something physical. This is the P, the pain part. How many have coaches that want you to come in? Yep, a lot of coaches. How many of you know that when you come in, you get burned by low volleys? Aren't they the worst? Oh, yeah. By the way, these are all questions that I already know the answer to. I don't ask like vague questions. I know the answers. I'm just getting buy-in. So I'm having them admit, yeah, I do have a coach that wants me to come in. And yeah, man, those are murder when I get those. Okay, so they just raise their hand to that. That's the problem. That's the agitation. How many have ever done that on a big point? You come in, you get that, you match point, you get one, you just choke it, you whiff it. The crowd goes, ooh. Ever had? Yeah, I've had that. Okay, this drill is going to help with that. That's the solution. Okay, I did the pain, identified it, I agitated it a little bit, and then the solution. That can literally take 10 seconds, but I do it at the beginning of most of my drills. All right, guys, I'm going to do an overhead game, for example. Come on in, team. Listen, I saw us play last week. Who thought those guys were a bunch of friggin' lobbers? Yeah, lobbers. The worst. Okay? Yeah, they were. Dirty lobbers. Now listen, who struggle with that, though? Those are tough to beat. Who's going to raise their hand? Everybody. All right. Isn't it a drag when your overhead doesn't kind of let you down? Can you resonate? Yeah. All right, this next drill is on overheads. We're going to work on that. You see the difference? It's just a little rhythm. But I'm pretty good at that, and I think most coaches I see are average to poor at that. They just go, come on, line up for overhead game. Let's go. There's no sales job at all. Or they sell it, but it takes a story, like a 1.5 minute long story. Let me tell you about when I was in high school, and I choked this overhead, and you don't need that either, because now they're bored out of their mind. All right, so that's called speed feed. Very good drill. Guys, I need just 4 players right now. We're going to imagine that the court's cut in half. So I need 2 there, and I need 2 here. I can self-feed this, or the pro can feed it, but I'll let the players feed it because they're pretty good. Single file line. This game is called Far Side Cross Court. I use this game to kind of teach percentage tennis and basic geometry because a lot of people don't get it. So before we start, we know that the tennis court, if you follow that straight line there, that thing is 78 feet long. And we know if you go singles court corner to corner, that is exactly 82.5 feet long. Okay? It's right in the book. Most people don't realize that's 4.5 feet more, and there's something on the court that's exactly 4.5 feet. It's exactly 4.5 feet. Or in other words, you get exactly that much more space if you hit cross court. Right? Visually, that's pretty helpful. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you what we do with this drill and how I finally got buy-in. So here's the deal. You have no restriction. You can hit the ball anywhere you want. You guys, when you're over there, you have a restriction, which is you have to hit cross-court only. Notice the word restriction. I'll come back to that in a minute. Must hit everything cross-court, whatever you want. You feet underhand, play 2 points, and then switch ends. Here we go. If he fails to hit a cross-court, then points over. Good, that was good enough. Yep. Mark on my left, has to hit cross court. Okay, boom. Now you play a second ball, just feed it. I normally don't serve because it slows down our reps. Okay, I'll switch ends quickly. The next 2 players pop in. Here we go. Justin has to hit cross court. Mike on my right can do whatever he wants. Got to go cross court. Okay, good. Second point coming up. Woo! Okay, just out, both sides switch. Remember, my side can do whatever they want. That side must go cross court. And didn't go cross court, so we claim the point. And here we go again. Okay, good, rotate, so time. So let me tell you the takeaway. First, when I do that game, I ask players, so who do you think has the advantage? This side with no restriction or that side with a restriction. I'm using tricky words here. And they all say, the majority say, well, this has a disadvantage because you put a restriction on them. Okay? Then we do the drill. And then we gather. And we say, okay, think of that last drill and where you won more points. Just track that. And then I ask, so you still think that side has a disadvantage or not? So here's the deal. I did give that side a restriction, but it was a high percentage restriction. I restricted their ability to play stupid. Okay? So often after we do this drill, especially if you do it for more than 10 minutes, people realize, you know, when I do that, hit cross court all the time, I actually did better. So they never would self-restrict themselves when they play, although they probably should. The other visual, so for years, coaches, if you're like me, I would say why I had kids pull the trigger down the line too quickly. And like, of all, you give the same speech I give. Dude, you got 82.5 feet. The net is what? Lower. You're not changing direction of the ball. When you hit it from there, you go cross court, you only got to move 2 feet to get back. Why would you go down the line? It's higher, shorter court. You got to run your face off to get back in position. You're out hitting your own recovery. You don't even know it. You've given that speech? Have you guys given that speech? Okay. Yet players don't get that. So here's a really cool visual that I only stumbled upon a couple years ago. Remember the 4.5 feet difference? I took a piece of masking tape and I went to that baseline. I went 4.5 feet past it and I put a fake baseline back there. This side did not have it. They had the regular. This side had another fake baseline. We would play this game and I would say, here's the deal. When you're on this side, you have to defend all that all the way to the baseline. So you guys have an extra 4.5 feet. And I said, you think that would be nice for you? Would you be a better player if you had an extra 4.5 feet? Especially if the other side didn't? Yeah, that'd be sweet. I'd never miss. Okay? I go, you could like tee off, right? Just let's play points. And they play points, and sure enough, like, yeah, man, I wish that was the rules. But in a sense, they can make that happen for themselves. Every time they can go cross court, they're basically giving themselves. But it was the visual of that second fake baseline that was really helpful. So if that's helpful to you, try it out with your players because that finally moved the line for me. Okay, next drill. This is drill number 6, serve number. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, what we'll do for this one, I'm thinking about camera. So Justin, will you take the cart over there? Marty, I'm going to have you stand by this thing. Marty, my wife, you guys, you know her from the drills. Woo-hoo. This is a serving game. You're going to just protect that thing there. All right, so what we're doing here, coaches, is I'm just making 6 target areas. This is very basic target areas, but I like these target areas. I don't aim at the lines, we aim at areas. So right here, this area right here is area 1, okay? This is area 2, this is area 3. I choose to call this 4. I just go to 5, and then I go to 6, okay? So all the players at our club understand the targeting system. Those I refer to as ground targets, because they're on the ground. So Mike's going to come up and play this game. We call this game serve number, okay? What I like about it is it's all accuracy based. It's not for beginners, okay? This is small target. You could make 4 targets if you had to, but I'm going to show you with these guys. Mike, I'll tell you what, I'll take some pressure off you, Mike, or put some on myself. The idea of this game is everybody's going to play the game several times. You're going to come up with your best serve number. Your serve number is how many serves it takes you to get through the cycle of 6 target areas. You start at 1 and you got to go to 1 till you make it. Then you get to progress to 2, then 3 and 4. So I'll put my rep on the line. Let's bring the card up here, fellas. All right, I hope I don't choke it. So I'm going to target area 1 and I miss. So I'm still at target area 1 and I got it. Now I get to go to target area 2 and I got it. Now to 3 And I got it. I've used how many serves so far? 4. Now I go to area 4. And I got it. And now I go to area 5. Nope. So I'm still on area 5. Usually people will get stuck on a certain spot. Maybe it's 5 for me. Let's see. Ew. Okay, still on 5. That was long. Still on 5. I'll take it. So 5, and now I got to go to 6. Nope, that was 5. I was cocky there. I was walking away. 6. So I think that took me at least 10, maybe 11 serves, right? So my serve number is 11. And then I do several games. Here's what I like about it. It gives you real good accuracy. There's purpose to it. And everybody wants to know what everybody else's score is. So now, you know how serve can be boring? Okay, guys, let's serve. Pick them up, let's serve. And half the pros go away. The other half go this way. The kids, something about saying, ball pick up and serve, they're just like, okay. And they get real late. There's no purpose to it because it's not that intense in the movement. So what'll happen is coaches get together. I have this rule at my club that I don't want the coaches gathering during the thing. I should not be able to launch a grenade and kill more than one single pro. If I can take out 4 pros, I know I got a problem. So that's the grenade theory. So guys, let's do it. If I had a group like this, I could have half of them start with 4, 5, and 6 and finish up with 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So let's let you guys go for a while. The other thing that will happen with this drill, coaches, is players immediately want to know what the other buddies are. And if you got a 7, like, you didn't get a 7, no way. Freaking cheater. But you let them go several times because they're going to have some crap games. The other thing I like about this, look at Marty all fired up over there. The other thing that I like about this is it teaches them, inevitably they'll have a stinky spot, 1 or 2 areas that they just, man, I stink at area 6. Or I stink at area 3. What are the 2 most important target areas to be able to hit at will, in your opinion? For me, it's 3 and 6 because why? It's it's everybody's backhands. And we know that as a rule, most people are a little stronger in the forehand. But area 3 is a bear. If you're right-handed, the angles go away from 3, right towards the forehand. So this drill will expose that. So I'll let them do this. Usually when I do it, they'll go. Unlike some other serve drills where I do it and like within 30 seconds they're like talking and screwing around and trying their underspin serve from hell or something. So guys, when you finish a game, let me know. Let's do honor code. What did you get? Okay, 12, 9, 10, 9. Okay. He looked guilty about that. 9, I think. That means it was 10. No. So I wouldn't do it for a half hour, but for 10 minutes purpose, it's really a pretty good drill. Now, you probably heard this phrase, or maybe not the phrase, but the concept. Do you have any drill killers in your practices? People who are especially gifted from God that can ruin any drill no matter what it is. They'll find a way to ruin it. Those are called drill killers, okay? So how does a drill killer ruin this game? Boom, 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 just tappy. So I can make a rule that, hey, listen, the first ball has to be in the blue, second ball has to be out of the blue, or it doesn't count. Then you get rid of the little tappers. But that will happen. All right, so let's get Hope College. Everybody pick up 9 balls each. Okay, that was number 9. We call it serve number. Okay, bum rush. No, that was not 9. That was 6. Now we're going to go to bum rush, which is drill number 7. I use my voice. I use bum rush to help players get to the net. I don't expect all my players, or really very few of them actually, to become primarily net players. But I want them to be able to play up there, okay? And certain players, more girls than guys, at least in my experience, they won't go up. They're like, I'm not good up there, so I'm not going to go. They want to just basically go to shake hands at the end of the match, and that's about it. So Some statistics for you. I shared these on Tuesday's presentation. My friend Craig O'Shaughnessy, Brain Game Tennis, he puts out all these cool stats that blow my mind. And here's a stat that you're probably going to have a hard time believing, but it's true. 2015 U.S. Open, round of 16 on to the finals. So all the better players left. When people came to the net, they only counted round of 16 forward. They came to the net. 56% of the time that they came to the net, they didn't even have to have a racket. The ball was not put back in play. 56. So of course, that sounds high to me. So I called Craig. And if I had my cell phone, I could show you the text back. Yeah, and he even knows like where they approach. So here's my deal. When someone goes to the net, and this is what we have to help our students get past. You go to the net, the guy misses it, you get a free point, okay? Easy to forget. You go to the net, the guy misses it, again, just your presence up here. By the way, it's human nature. If I come to the net, and the last 5 times I was to the net, I proved that I'm a horrible volleyer. I shanked 3 in a row into my retina, okay? This is how bad I am. Every time I hit my same retina, okay? When I come the 4th time, is it normal instinct for him to hit it to me or to try to pass me? He's going to try to pass me. Just by showing up, it makes people take riskier shots, okay? I think that's part of the deal. Nobody that I know, junior-wise, goes, I'm going to make him play some balls here. Let's see if he can volley. They're all like, he's at the net, and you try to hit a winner. So the problem is they go in, they get all these freebies, they forget the freebies, and then they come in and they get a clean burn. The guy hits a screamer down the line, and they go, they can't get it. They look a little unathletic, and then what? That burns in their memory forever. They're still up 2-1 for net trips, but what are they thinking? I ain't going in again, man. That guy just burned my face. And that's a real important thing. So this is why that stat is important. So guys, Hope College guys, let me have 4 of you now, 4 fresh bodies. And I'm actually going to show you a slightly different variation, coaches, of what's in your diagram of this game called Bum Rush. I'm actually going to show you 2 variations. So this side will be the feeders for now. And Sam, here's the drill. So coaches, watch this. I'm going to feed it in this first variation. Sam's going to hit it back, and whatever he hits back, I don't care if it's deep, short, whatever, I'm going to hit it and go in. I have to go in. Okay, so review. Watch. He hits this back. I have to come in on that. There, I sliced it or rip it or whatever you want, and then we play out the point. That's variation 1. It's a little squirrely because if you hit it really deep, maybe it wouldn't come in. But here's the skill. Try to hit it deep, Sam. I want this skill, sorry, I'm a little slow, of instead of me backing up, I lean in and I just adjust my swing and not my body. I love players to learn that. So as deep as you can, there it was. You see what I did? For sure, a lot of people would back up. I said no. I did a little Federer minus the talent. I went forward. And I said, no, I'm just going to go forward. So even if it's deep, that's a nice skill to have. So watch what happens. Ready? Go. Both halves and go. Separate, independent halves. Boom. Danny goes. Then you play it out no matter what. Half court only. Alleys are good. Go. So right now, keep doing it. I'm going to work with Danny. Because Danny, I want to have Danny have more momentum going forward as he hits. That's a little better. Yeah, so really lean in on it, Danny, and if you have to shorten your stroke, so be it. Watch Danny, I feel good about it. Boom. Good. So you can see, let's do a quick timeout. I feed, you hit it, and whatever, I bum rush. I just hit it and go like a maniac, okay? What I want them to do, besides getting a lot of net appearances and practice up here, they're learning this side benefit of how to get in off a deep ball, okay? Do I want them to really get in? If they were playing singles, I probably wouldn't even want this. This is a practice game, okay? And what I'm going to make sure happens is when they do this game, they're really, really paying attention to how many times they came in and they got a free point. And it's almost always 40 to 50% in my drill. So I just say, don't even have to trust me. Just count. This is on a half a court, by the way, so they're going to get more touches on the ball. But on a full court, people actually miss more because they go for more. All right, now, here's variation number 2, which is a little more point appropriate. You're going to feed it, and the 2 players are going to rally back and forth. Now, the first player to get a short ball, defined by the service line, that guy launches, and he has to come in. So we don't really know if Danny's coming in or if you're coming in. It's just the first guy to get a short ball. By the way, the feed, if that's short, you don't count it. So just these 2 fellows for a second. If it's short, you must go in. If it's deep, you cannot go in. Good. Woo, woo. Okay, good. Play again. Either guy can feed. Remember, the feed doesn't count. First short ball. That was deep. Okay, time. We didn't even get a short ball there, right? That's going to happen. So half the time there'll be a short ball, and the other guy just launches off it. Okay, go. Yes. Now, Danny probably may not come in on that one in real life, but I'm sure enough I want him to go. This drill has done a ton for our players of just, by the way, when I used to assistant coach the Hope College women's team, this would be something I would say to players like during a match. I say, look, you're going to run this play, we'll call it bum rush, and I just want you for the next 2 games, anytime it's short, just bust it and go in. Let's just, I don't care if you lose, it's an assignment. It's an experiment. Let's do it for 2 games and see what happens. And at least 60, 70% of the time, it was better for us. But would they normally do it? No. So let's show both halves, and you'll see how many trips they get in. Also, I'll show you how I score this typically. Okay, good. So the ball didn't happen. The scoring of this is pretty interesting, coaches. I'll show you in just a minute. If the drill is new to your players, I would go ahead and give them a practice round where they're just doing this with no scoreboard. Okay, time. All right, good. So you get the idea. It's a game that gives you lots of trips to the net. Now, a couple things to look out for. Sometimes people won't play by the rules. So if it's here or forward, you must go. If it's on the line or if it's just past the line to back, you cannot go. Because what will happen is your net rushers will say, it's close enough, and they launch when the ball's here. They can't. This is the discerning line. Also, your little net scaredy cats, if the ball's short, they're like, that wasn't short. Yes, it was. You got to go. Okay? So that's one thing. Scoring, here's how I would do it. I want there to be an incentive for getting in, which is another way of saying an incentive for you to keep it deep. So if you do get a short ball and you come in and you make a net appearance, you get 2 points, even if they miss. Initially, I was like, no, you have to win the point actually to get 2 points. Well, these guys would miss all the time on purpose. So now, if you leave it short and he comes in, he's getting 2 points if he wins the point. Okay? It doesn't have to hit a volley just if he wins. So let's show you that. Just this half to know the scoring. The scoring is important because you want to incentivize going in. Okay, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. I couldn't tell. Yes, here he comes. Okay, good. So Sam gets 2 for that because he got in first. Okay. If they rally and it goes out of play, there was never a short ball. Those are 1-pointers. Okay. So that's important to know. It's really good drill. That's helped a lot of our kids who I really would like to have them play more in the front court because it's a drill and it's part of the rules. They'll experience it, and then hopefully the other alternative, if you don't give them chances to experience it, is you're just going to have to sell it. Hey, dude, you're going to go to the net. In competition, you're going in, and there's no way. They're going to go, okay, no. All right, 4-4 in the third, there's no way. So that's what I like about that game because it just gives a lot of our players all kinds of chances to get in there and volley. All right, next drill. All right, remember, if you're watching live stream, we have a question, you can go ahead and leave that, and we'll try to answer it for you. That was bum rush number 7. Now I'm going on to I'm going the wrong way. Okay, hopscotch. We'll just keep you four guys out here for a second. Hopscotch is a footwork drill. It's a baseline game. I use it mostly on my players that are a little sloppy with their footwork. They don't move well. These people. Okay, I'm not imitating elderly there. I'm imitating like people that don't have good footwork. So there's a drill on my website. It's called footwork number, and it's just a quick assessment. It's how many times my feet touch the ground between my shots. So here's my return. Bam, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, boom. That's what footwork number is. We can track that very closely to level. 4 to 5 steps are low level people or they're elderly. If you get up there around 6 to 8, they're intermediate. If you get there 8 to 10, they're getting more like 4 or 4 or 5. College players, good ones, get to be 10 to 12. Pros are 12 plus. Average. Obviously, if Rafa hits a cross court and it comes right back cross court, that won't be 14 steps. But they just have busier feet. And the more touches between shots, usually the higher the level. It's oddly connected. So now, here's what I do. So this drill accomplishes a couple things. So here's how it's going to go. I'm going to shadow it. I feed the ball. I'm doing hopscotch. I'm going over this and then back. So here's how this goes. I feed from back here. My next shot, my feet have to be here. I hit it from here, which means I'm probably going to have to shorten my stroke maybe. And then I back up and I do a bigger stroke. Then I'm in a shorter stroke. So I'm doing hopscotch, always going back and forth between these two areas. So let's all try it. Okay? What's going to happen, I just warn you, they're going to be up here, get a deep ball, they're going to run backwards. You have to play it like that. If it's going to hit your foot, just stinking volley it. Ready? Give. Now get in. That's right. If it goes out of play, start a new ball. Check out the player's footwork, everybody. Check out the player's footwork. Nice, Danny. Bigger stroke. Now get up in there. Shorter stroke. Nice, Danny. Bigger stroke. Okay, good. Okay, good. Time. I'm gonna give you a heads up on this game. It takes a bit to get used to. Okay. People might do this game for 30 seconds or a minute and say, I don't like the game, because they're not doing it well. All right. So again, watch this skill on this next shot. My feet are here, and I have to shorten my stroke. Then my feet are back, and I lengthen it back out. Now my feet are in, and especially on that one, I had to shorten it. Those are beautiful skills to have. I want you to be able to do that, and I want you to be able to do that. You say, well, I like to do this for a living. Okay, good. That's how you make your living. But you're going to get caught up here sometimes, and I want you to have that in your arsenal and not be like, well, you know, and always doing that option. Go another 30 seconds, fellas. This game's called hopscotch. Perfect for people that don't know how to shorten their stroke and also that might be a little sloppy on the footwork. Okay? And time. Good job, fellas. All right, let's get 4 fresh, whole bodies out here. Line up just like they were, guys. This next game is called Drop Shot Lava. We're going to make the assumption the player can hit a drop shot. They're not learning that, they already have it. Okay? This is not so much how to drop shot as it is like when to drop shot. So we do this at our academy. It turned out pretty fun. So what's going to happen is the players are going to rally back and forth, Mark and Alec here. And as soon as either player decides that shot's droppable, they're going to hit a drop shot. Okay? Now watch. This service box, we're only playing on a half, right? This service box you cannot go into. So if you hit a drop shot and Mark could run all the way up to here and still get it. He could even do this. Can't get it. If it's really good, he can't get it. He cannot do this because he's going to get tagged by the other players. Okay, so just this half right here to watch the demo. Got to wait for the right shot to try it. So this will give me chances, coaches, to talk to my players about when's the right time, and toast. It's called drop shot lava because the whole service box is lava. If you go in there like when you're a little kid, you can't go in there, you'll die. Okay, ready, go. Okay, they're waiting and deciding when. They might not get a drop shotable ball until maybe, see, they never got one there, did they? I don't think they should have dropped any of those. So that's good. Keep going. Let's open up both halves. The service box is totally out. Generally, when I'm coaching this, coaches, I'm coaching win. Oh, too good. Mike could have come over here, but I don't think he would have even got it then. Remember, you can sneak around the alley, but that's it. Woo! Good. Good players. Okay, time, pretty good. All right, so check this out. This next one, by the way, my criteria for when, so like I said, what I'm usually coaching and hoping to teach during that drill is the win, okay? Sometimes it's really obvious they miss an opportunity. Oh, that was short, you were going forward, you were even in the blue, it would have been a killer time to do it, and they didn't recognize it. More so, it's they're backing up and they're behind the blue and they're trying it then. So that's a lot of the coaching. A little bit technical, but frankly, I don't do this. First, I'll do drills and progressions to teach about a drop shot. Once I think they got it, I immediately go to this drill so they know when. Because I have a lot of players that can do a drop shot off a feed. If I say, hey, drop shot, and they do it, but they never, in a real match off a live ball, they don't know when, okay? Usually if there's a mistake is they hit it too hard. So grip tension, softening it up, and taking more power off. Goes back to one of those first drills we did. All right, guys, we're going to demonstrate pass overhead game. So you're going to love this one. I need two more players over there. This game is a variation. I'll quickly show you the original overhead game and then the variation which now our kids prefer. So let's get 4 over there and only 2 over here. So this is how popular this drill is. Guys, a lot of these kids are in our program. How often do we close the class with overhead game? What percentage of the time? 90% or more of the time. This is my class ending drill. Okay? So, we're the champs. You're the challengers. This is a 3-ball drill. It's all doubles. And as you guys come in, I'll just show you all 3 balls. Ball number 1, we're going to stay back. You're going to come in. Ready? Come in, play it out. I feed it. No, this is regular, sorry. Regular overhead game. Okay, sweet. Stay there because when you get ball number 2, no matter what, there's ball 2. Nice. Play it out. Okay, ball number 3 is the final ball, and it's the money ball. So if you guys win it, you're over, but if you don't, you're out. I love money balls because anytime I can insert a little pressure, I love it. Usually I'll say something like this. Money ball, ooh. Okay, so they lost their out. Next team, here we go. Full speed now. Ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. No, we're still champs. Here we go. Next team, approach. Oh, yes, that's going to slime in there. Okay, ball 2. Ball 3. Could they? Could they? They did. 3, 2, 1, no wait. Okay, good try out. Okay, ball 1. Every point you score, is worth a single point. You keep track of your points. They're over. So watch. Let's take a little push the pause button and talk about modification. I think that a pro's ability to modify a drill, that's what I look for when I hire a pro. Here's what I do for a living. I go around the world and I talk to coaches about drills. Who do you think are my demonstrators at these coaches' conferences? You, the other coaches. They're pretty good. Inevitably, this scene plays out. I'll do a bunch of drills. I think it's pretty good. Most of the people are there. They love it. Man, woo, way to go, Jorge. We love you. And then there's like one dude. Well, there's 5 people lined up to say you're nice. And there's one dude, and it usually goes like this. Hey, Jorge, yeah, listen, great job, man. Good job. You know, none of those drills would work at my club. I go, really? None of those drills would work? Why? Well, you don't get it. I mean, I got some scrubs. These people are no... You have all these pros out here. I mean, I don't have the same... But the problem is I do this drill with 3-0 people. They do it at the 3-0 level. They don't look like this. All right, so modification skills, being able to make it harder or easier, are super important. And my personal view, way too many pros are horrible at that. They throw out drills left and right. No, that wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't. I'm like, dude, I do all those drills. I can salvage every one of those drills with really high or really low players because they have the ability to modify. So I'm going to show you a modification up because I think this group is pretty good. Okay? So here's how I would modify this. Let me just grab a ball. Same rules, guys. We're still doing regular overhead. Third ball, it's a money ball. I'm going to feed from over here. I'll show you why in a minute. Ball number 2, I get to try to hit a winner because they can afford that. I'm going to challenge them appropriately. Ball number 3, that overhead, is going to have top spin because that's probably what you guys see. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, ball 1's the same. Come on in. Watch this. Ball 2. Ball 2, boom. I hit a winner. Ball 3, check out how I feed this. Massive top spin. And he has to deal with the timing. They're over. Next team, here we go. Boom. Oh, yes, here we go. My feed. Oh, I hit it low. Okay, top spin lob. There it is. Did you think the top spin shank? He made a shank, right? Well, does he really need this? Probably not. These guys are good enough for you. By the way, you can learn this in 30 seconds. Don't hit it with underspin. Hit it with a little top spin. And I can make it a top spin lob from hell right over there that if it bounces, you'll never catch up with it. You want it over there? I can put it over there. So that's worth learning. Here we go. Come on in. Approach. Okay. Feed a winner. Yeah. Top spin lob. Now, wasn't that a sweet, more realistic overhead for that guy? Had to go back. You kind of had to release and not swing big time. Woo! Nice. Okay. There. One more time, guys. Come on in. Watch this feed. This is going to be super cool. This is ball number 2, and I'm doing that top spin lob dipper. And now a top spin lob over your buddy. Woo. That's a modification where I took the drill and made it harder. Okay. Now, let's show the variation. The cousin to this drill is called pass overhead game. We actually only invented it about a year ago. Again, it's because we wanted our players to learn touch, and so many of them never get touches, that many chances to do that. So, in this game, everybody plays. The people on deck are playing. I'm playing. It's only 2 balls now. The first ball you have to pass to your buddy. In other words, you don't have to hit it straight over. It's not encouraged. You can actually pass it up. So in order to pass it up, you're going to have to show some touch. Ball number 2 is an overhead that you have to hit straight over. Watch. Come on in. Must pass. Watch how this goes. I'm the coach. I can get in the middle and play. Save it. Nice touch. He goes back. Hey, you! Look at the guy on deck. Yeah, baby! I got middle. Ah, crap! I shouldn't have done that. Okay. I guess too good. Now, ball 2 coming up. Overhead, you hit it straight back, and then after that, we can pass again. I got that. Get there, Mark. Crush. Okay, they won. Ball 2 is the money ball. You're over. So hustle over, must pass. I got middle. Oh, head fake. Okay, good. Straight back. Oh, good try. They got us. Ready? Next team. Must pass. Must pass. Whoa, crappy pass. Okay, boo on the pass. Yeah, we're still champs. See, it's only 2 balls now, coaches. 2 balls. You go left, I got middle. I got what? Oh, he got you. Great pass, right? Straight over. Here we go, fellas. Out. You're not over. Uh-oh. Go for the angle. Nice read. Nice. Yep. Okay, overhead, back. Fight. Come on. Ah! Oh, Justin. Everybody go boo for Justin. Boo. He was daydreaming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hell of a pass. Head fake. It's off the wall. Yes, that's playable. Go right. That's playable. I got middle. Oh, crap, I don't got middle. Overhead. Uh-oh. Okay, time. So, you think that's a popular drill? Yes. Okay. We can do it if junior hires do it. They don't do it as good, but these guys are pretty talented. So now we've been doing this for about a year at the club, and I have kids who take overheads point blank and easily can pass it, can take power off and direct it to the other side. The fact that we let the other guys play is even more fun. All right, so that's a variation called pass overhead game, and for sure, now when we play this game at the end, we'll play straight up a couple rounds and then the pass version, and guess which version they prefer, the pass version. Okay, good job, guys. Hope, let's pick up 5 balls each. Coaches, I'm going to show you something here, tell you something really, about ball pickup. I stumbled, you notice what I did just now? Have you heard me say, let's get them all up? I always say what? A weird number. Let's pick up 5. Let's pick up 13 balls. Something bizarre, when you say ball pickup, it's almost like, oh, time out. I get to go. But if you say, okay, quickly, everybody pick up 10, it's almost like a race. And like I said, I usually do a weird number so that they remember it, okay? But the balls got picked up in 30 seconds there. So it's a little thing I stumbled upon. Okay, we just did pass overhead game now, the Cuban Davis Cup. You're going to see Cuban Davis Cup show up again in the next series of drills. So guys, Cuban Davis Cup, if you look online, follow me online, I have a video about this game. So this game has a little story to it, and I think it's worth sharing. I was watching some doubles players, college doubles players. We recorded these players, and we play 8-game pro sets. It takes about an hour, okay? And we watched an hour. I watched several 1-hour matches, and I charted, and here's what I charted. I only charted how many volleys were hit. I didn't care if they were in or out, just total volleys hit. That's all I wanted to know, okay? And I was shocked at the number, and it was pretty consistent. About 24 to 25 volleys per player was hit. And I'm not talking people who hate the net. These guys would come in. But you know, you don't get into a 100-ball volley rally, right? You might in a baseline rally, but not volleys. So it dawned on me, you play an hour of doubles, and you average 24 touches on volleys. So what I thought for years, which is, well, if you want to get good at doubles, or at the net, play more doubles, it was a misnomer. It wasn't so much, okay? So I set out to make a drill where I could take those touches on the ball and put them in the hundreds instead of the 20s, okay? Hence, Cuban Davis Cup. Why Cuban? Because I'm Cuban, and that's all I could think of. So watch the game. Here's how it goes. Let me have the 4 best Cuban Davis Cuppers according to Sam. You get to pick Sam. Sam's our senior. He's going to be out of here in so short. Well, oh, pressure. What friends do you want to ruin?
Oh, man, Danny.
Okay, so check it out. Davis Cup, I'm going to show you the drill right now, and then I'll tell you about the tournament. Okay, so I like to tell players about zones. I have a zone theory. If you just take this box, cut it in half, I call this front part zone 1, and this is zone 2. Okay, I cut this in half. It's really helpful if there's a line there. Sometimes there is. This is 3. This is zone 4, and I even take that and cut it in half. Zone 5, and then way back there, that's 5. That's zone 6. Okay, so here's the deal. Danny and Sam are a team. Okay, so Danny's going to start. I'd probably have you start deep in zone 4, feed the ball, and take off. And then only you and Mark play it cross court. You play it to the death. As you're backing up, you're going to go. And then you're going to go. Then you're going to go. It's a drill. Okay, let's keep score by ones. Ready? Go. This side versus that side. Nice. Get out. You're toast. Okay, good. Okay, here we go. So if you have players who got to shore up their net play, that's one of the situations you might find yourself in. This drill is going to take the touches and go through the roof. Ball behind you, Sam. Ball behind you. Okay, good. Keep track of the score, guys. After a certain amount of time, keep playing, keep playing. Nice. Nice. Come on. Okay, one more. We can stop after this one. Okay, so time. Let's just pause for a second. That's the drill. Halfway through the game, let's say, I don't know, 10 points to 4, whatever. They switch. They finish up the rest of the game, but now you guys attacking. And then we rotate up and down the court. Okay? So, that's the game. That's the drill version. All right? What I love about it is it's real life stuff. So here's the math. Okay? Because it's cross court, because it's half court, you can't go around people. You kind of got to go through them. So the touches on the ball go pretty high. Okay? They're kind of a team, so they kind of should care about what they do. All right? When you do that game there, you wouldn't do a drill for an hour, but we do it for 15 minutes, and the kids are averaging close to 100 volleys per kid. So if you extend that to the hour, that's close to 400 volleys in that same hour, where if they played straight up doubles, they'd be getting 24 volleys. So I had, about a year ago, a big fat epiphany, like, man, this is what I got to do. Forget the doubles. I mean, I got to play doubles eventually, but if I want to shore up someone's volley, that's the game. Now I'm going to show you the tournament version. We literally held a tournament called a Cuban Davis Cup. So you would go in the draw, and this would be the first match. You would attack, but now you keep score differently. By the way, you're the returners. You'll return the whole entire first set. So whatever you would return on the forehand side, backhand side, they don't switch, just like returners don't switch. So watch. We'll go a game. We'll go no ad scoring. Say it out loud as a team. Ready, go. $15 love. We're killing them. And Sam goes without delay. He's on it. 15 all. Here we go. 15 all. 15-30. What a point, baby. I love it. 30-30. 30-30. Nice little shanky. 40-30, we're up. Nice little volley. 40-30, we're up. Nice touch, brother. Nice touch. Oh, boys, could be. What? The crowd goes wild. Deuce, winner, time. If I'm playing no ad, which I am for this purpose, who wants it? You, no, you. Who wants it? Okay, man, so then you got to go. Winner takes the game. Okay, nice comeback, right? Now, watch. You guys will switch ends. The set score, playing a whole set where they're attacking the entire set, they got 0, they got 1. And you'll do this for a whole set. By the way, a set is going to take like 12 minutes. Okay, these aren't half-hour-long sets. But now they attack from a different side. Notice they never switch. After the set's done, let's say we win 6-3, what do? Switch ends. We're now defending, you guys come over here. This is how our tournament went. When you're over there, you just play your same return side the whole time. Over here, you just attack. Now, if you split sets, which happens, because usually on paper the net team wins more often, then they played a quick 9-point tiebreaker. No longer Cuban Davis Cup, an actual tiebreaker up to 9 or 5, whatever you want to do it. And if you won the battle, you went into the next draw. That was instead of playing a doubles match, you played this as a tournament. Who thinks that would be a sweet little tournament? I hope you try it. We did it, and here's what, the guys who won the tournament were not my young stud bucks. They were a couple of 45-year-old guys that were, well, one was 30, I guess. They were 4 or 5 guys, and guess what they were really good at? Putting in volleys. Okay. Let me tell you the first time when I was experimenting, if you don't know, you probably see me running, I have bad knees. They're supposed to both be replaced, right? So I'm always yearning, I wish I could play, and my knees. So I can't run too far back and forth, but I can still got good hands. So I was experimenting and creating this game. I actually played with a couple of juniors. Okay, I got in the game and I played. And I was the best volleyer. I felt like, oh my gosh, I still have it. Look at me go. And here's the deal. I was so excited that the next day I told my pros, guys, I got a game. I got to show you this game. We're going to do a tournament. So I went out there with these pros, my fellow pros, right? Then I was the freaking worst guy. Like, what the heck? And here's what happened, because doing this game, you can do it like a rookie. You can do it there's a lot to it. Here's how the very best players do it. They make low volleys. A really mature net guy, this doesn't freak him out. They're putting balls in play. Over there, they're making sure that they're not giving me balls up in here all the time, okay? The juniors I played the day before were wailing on it, and I was like, doink, doink, look at me go. I'm the world's best volleyer. And then the pros the next day were like, the first ball was doink, and the second one was here, and then the third one was over there. And I'm like, I don't know, this game's not that good, okay? So there is a right way to play it, and that's where you can get in and coach, okay? I thought you guys did a pretty good job of doing that. So modification, if I wanted to make it a little tougher, if your people are tougher, let's just show. You're going to feed it, but you can't take off until the ball bounces over there. So watch Sam. He has to wait. Now he goes. So all I do, that variation just makes it tougher for him. It's going to get a volley back in zone 3. Okay? Let's say, well, I don't have to make it tougher. I got to make it easier. Okay? Here comes my 3-year-old lady. Come on up here. Start right there. Stop. Feed it, and then cripple yourself in there. Ready to go. Okay? So they can get their touches. Just a quick modification. So that game, Cuban Davis Cup, I love it. It's my go-to game, and if you want to help someone at the net, be real careful about what drill you're doing. Think about touches on the ball. Ask yourself really, for all your drills, am I getting enough touches in the ball to make a difference? 24 volleys in an hour isn't going to have one of your players come in tomorrow and say, man, I think I'm moving the dial. They'll be doing that for years and not really getting it. This game, especially if you play it the correct way, is huge that way. All right, Hope guys, good job. Let's pick up 3 balls each. Good job, you guys. Okay. Let's get 4 fresh bodies out again. This next one is drill number 12. We call it depth rally. Depth. Replicate on that side what I do over here. Those 2 things. Okay, so earlier I mentioned that I like to use the zones of the court. I like 6 zones. So there we go. We don't have a whole line here, so we're pretending. You're going to spar straight ahead. First, I'll show you this really quick little drill. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. You can back up. Depth coding, I showed this on Tuesday. I'm not going to spend too much on it. That's when you hit back and forth and you start creating awareness of where the ball lands on your side by yelling it out, what zone. So go ahead and rally, guys. Call it out loud. That's zone 3. That's zone 4. That's 3. All the players say it, 3. Now all the coaches join in. All coaches, ready? This is 3, I don't know, 4. That's 3. That's 3. That's 4. Okay, 3. Okay, you get it. All right, stop. I love that little game because it just makes people figure out, like, wow, I never really did that. I don't know where my balls go. It's always shorter than they think. So now, we're going to have a depth rally. So depth we know is important. If you can hit the ball deep, people can't step in the court and start dictating the point. Generally, if you hit a zone 4 ball, a ball that lands in zone 4, you're pretty good. It's going to be better for you compared to worse. So we're going to have a little race. You guys are going to race against you guys, okay? So you have to feed it underhand, and let's have, here, give them the balls because the ball's over there, and it has to be a simultaneous feed. Now, you're only now going to count when it's in zone 4. And if it bounces in there once, you go 1, nope, nope, nope. Oh, there's 2, nope, 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 nope. Oh, there's 3. And you're going up to 6, let's say. All right? Now, if the ball goes out of play, which it will, just pick it up quickly because it's a race. But remember, feeds do not count towards the score. Just you two guys real quick so we're on the same page. Ready, go. We'll all count together. That's a 0. Okay, that's 1. Still 1. Yeah, that's 2, I think. Still 2. There's 3. Still 3. Okay, pick it up. Go, go, go. Okay, right away. It's a race. That doesn't count as a feed, so still 3. Still 3. Still 3. Still 3. Still 3. There's 4, I think. There's 5. I don't know. Let's say it was in. If they got that completed before this side got it completed, they would win the game. They could score a point. Okay? Now, does it look easy? It's not easy. All right? But you can do it with a bunch of levels. Maybe your goal is just to hit 3s and 4s with that particular group. So guys, simultaneous feed. You have to count out loud because we have to know when the game's done. And when someone finally gets 6, you'll out loud. Say, got it. So we know who wins. So 3, 2, 1, go. It's a race. It's a race, baby. Count it out. How many you got, Justin? 2. Let me hear you. We got 4 over here to 2 over there. Keep going. Remember, fees don't count. 5. And 6. Time. Okay, so in that example, these guys scored. Okay, so you guys are up 1-0. We're probably going to do this as a team. And rotate up and down. If you don't want to rotate up and down, just rotate around. Okay? Here's what I find with that game. A lot of people walk away from that game going, wow, I wasn't very good at that. I couldn't get it deep at all. And this is I want them to know that. Most balls that your players hit land in 3 and go right through the strike zone of the opponent. That's the typical ball. If you were here Tuesday, we talked about that a lot. And they don't realize that the very way they're playing is making the other guy play best, because that's exactly what someone would want. If you get to vote, well, I would say if I get to vote on the incoming ball, give me a ball that lands in 3 and let me hit it right about my belly, and I'll be looking good in minutes. Well, that's how most people play, and they don't get why they can't win. Or they go through life thinking, wow, every person I play plays great against me. I'm the unluckiest guy ever. Everybody, you tree every time. You tree on me. Okay, and they don't really understand that they're part of the problem. So I call it depth race. If you were playing that with a little, if you wanted to modify it, you can just move the lines up so they can score more easily. But these guys are pretty good, and they didn't like kill it, right? Way more often than not, they don't hit a 4. Okay? All right, now we're going to go to the next one. Pass over again. I'm going backwards. Okay. First volley drill. All right, this is a cool one. Let's pick up the lines, fellas, and let's do this. I want to have Justin, you're going to be over there on that corner. Give me 5 other Hope guys over here. This first volley game, this is a bit advanced. You wouldn't do this with beginning players. It's a cross-court game, guys, and here's how it goes. You all need the ball. Justin's working on putting the ball in play and not giving away free stuff. We're working on a transition volley. One and done. We're one and done. You hit all the time. We're one and done. So in the beginning, I always do a cooperative version. So watch what happens. You're going to feed it from right about here. You're going to feed, move in, volley it to Justin, get out. Because as soon as you get out, here comes Mike, and he's going to volley it. Ideally, the volleys would happen somewhere around here, which means you guys in line have to be tucked in quick. Have a couple balls. Ready? Totally cooperative. How many can we get in a row? Go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Perfect. Look at this first volley over here. Just a steady stream. It's not fed. It's a live ball. You don't know what you're getting. But okay, if that happens, Alec would just feed a ball. That's why they have one in their pocket. Go ahead and feed and take off. Mike, get in there. Play it. Play it. Nice. Play it. Who thinks this might help your doubles teams? It's pretty sweet, right? Now, who thinks this would go good with 3-5 players? I tried it. Sketchy. Because this is actually pretty advanced. Over there, if you got a maniac, it doesn't work. He's blasting everything all over the place. So it's a cooperative drill in the beginning. I always let it unfold. So I like this so far. For this group, they're all getting in. They're making sure they're getting in. They're getting zone 3 volleys over and over and over. If I run classes, generally they have 6 courts going, and I got up to 5 or 6 on the court. This is a good game to see how many you can do in a row or how many total in a set amount of time. And they're all going to be incentivized to keep it going because they're competing with the other courts. Okay? Now, let's show this competitive. It's you versus them. We'll play up to 6 as an example. Okay? Play up to 6. 0 here, 0 there. Okay? Okay, 1-0, we're down. 0-1 for my side. 0-2 for my side. It's 0-2, guys. We got to come back. Nice volley. Nice. 0-2. Justin's still in there. Ooh, 0-3. Justin's the bomb. 0-3. We're going to come back. I feel it. Oh, 0-4. Going to 6. What a humiliation to beat him 6-0, Justin. That's good. 0-4. Nice. Oh, this could be it. Ah, he just couldn't deal with it. Okay, now the comeback's going to happen. Go 1-5. Now he's bummed. 2-5. Comeback from hell. Going to 6. All right, don't be the guy. Don't be the guy. 3-5. Come on. Justin's feeling it right now. He didn't dare call it out because of the camera. We have a winner. Justin gets that game. We send a new guy over. Okay? So that's a competitive version. Pretty cool drill? Yeah, that works pretty sweet for us. We play cross court. If you had multiple people, like 6 people or 7 or 8 people, you could do it straight ahead and get 2 halves going. Okay, same idea if you have a large group, but usually I don't have more than that. You need at least 4 over here. If you have 3 over here, they can't keep up. They'll run out of time to recover. Okay, if you want to make it more cardio, every time they volley, they got to go out and touch the back curtain and come back in. That's a modification for maybe more advanced players. Okay, that was number 13. Last one. Over under triples. Guys, let's line up for triples. 3 over there. Let's get you 2 guys in. The 2 most tired guys go away. Justin, you won. You get to sit down. Good job. Oh, you're back in, Justin. Okay. So this is a variation of one of our core drills. Again, this drill, I start every class with it. So just to show you how much effective I think it is, every single class starts with this game the first half hour. So first I'll show you the straight up triples. They're a team versus us, okay? The only rule is you must feed, the feeder feeds underhand from behind the baseline, and then he launches. You can't like feed from the blue. And then you play out a doubles point and you rotate really quickly on your own side. Let's show them that. Ready, go. Play it out. Okay, the next point will start immediately without any delay. Look at that, boom. Okay, next point, go, boom. Okay, ready? Nice delay. Good job. Go. Good hands. Play it. Good, Marty. Way to go. Time. Marty's playing the old pass overhead game back there. Okay, so time. You get that drill? I come from the north. I come from the land of 6 players on a court. Sometimes I hear, oh, that's not enough hitting. My kids hit a lot of balls. But you notice the tempo? A lot of the drills are boom, and you're gone. As soon as that ball goes out, there's another feed. Even the players are doing that tempo, okay? Halfway through this game, we would switch so that they're hitting. But now I'm going to show you the variation, which I like better. So many times the returner or the passer, they don't get it. They are judging their shot by how hard it is and if it's in. And a much better thing would be to how low it is, okay? So to help you along, we're going to add a little twist. Every time these side comes in, for the very first volley only, just that very first one, they're going to say over or under, referring to the net or my waist, okay? So watch, what would I say on this ball? Okay, well, I feed it, crapola. Okay, don't do that. Okay, watch my feed. That's right in the middle. I'd say it's over. It's by my belly. My belly's above the net. So that's over, and then we play it out. Say it only on the first shot. Say it out loud because I want this side to get. And here's the takeaway. I didn't even know this was going to happen until I started doing it. What shot, if this is a really smart group of players and really advanced, especially that side, what word would we hear a lot? Over or under? If they're good, we'd be hearing under because they're masters of dipping it. I never hear that. I overwhelmingly hear over, which means they're actually maybe hitting it too hard and giving this. That's like that one game I told you I felt really good. That's what they were doing. They were making me look like a star, but when they got it down low. But now they've already heard the speech, so they're probably going to do better than average. But go ahead, guys, just in the first ball, and I'll do it with you the first time. That's under. Good job. Okay, feed it. That's under. These guys are good. That's under. I just want to say something right now. Go ahead. These guys never hit it like that. Those freaking kids are like dreaming. But now they heard the speech. But actually, you're doing beautifully. Minus the speech, you think they would all. If you watch your own juniors, the better the player, the worse they are at this, because they can hit hard, and they go, man, that's the. But that only works against certain people. Okay, maybe a scrub can't handle your pace, but most of these guys, you can hit it 1 billion miles an hour right here, and that's not going to bother them in a volley. Okay, so that was actually pretty sweet. And go again. Oh, by the way, this for fun. Let's switch ends, and let's go to the back end, because we do all 4 corners, okay? We're going to use this over-under trick, because I think it's pretty important. Remember, people online, if you're watching the live stream, ask a question. We'll get those answered. Under. Woo! Good job. Okay, way under. Okay, under. These guys are doing this sweet. Under, good try. Under. All right, somebody hit it over just so I can see it over. Be dumb, Sam, hit it over. That's over, okay? So you could actually put that little rule into a lot of different games. This is just one game, but just do it on the first ball. You get some amazing feedback. I like the audio. I like people saying it out loud. In the beginning, when you ask people to do that, sometimes I can't. Oh man, tumor, I can't. What? You want me to? I can't do it. Just they can do it. Okay. Really helpful drill. I think a lot of even I learned a lot from when we did that of just how ineffective that side is, because they're just measuring the wrong thing. I hit it hard and went in. I should be winning. Not against 4 O's or higher. That's like the worst thing you can do. Actually, if he were to hit a little slider at my foot, and you were over here and you didn't know much about tennis, and you saw him at a line drive up here, what would look more impressive? The line drive might look more impressive, but as players, we know that slider at my ankles, it doesn't look as good, but it's way more effective. So sometimes those go in reverse. Okay, how are we doing? Who knows what time it is? Quarter to 9? Okay, so we're going to rip through these last 5, because this is the situation. By the way, what you're seeing here on this page, this is the 5 play situations. I use it as a progress report. You can swipe that if you like it. And if you want to print it, if you're watching live stream, it's on there. This is our little progress report. It has all 5 play situations: serving, returning, baseline play, net play, and it tells you exactly what I look for technically and tactically, and it works wonders for us. So how about 2 people now? So remember, this part is 2 people. I can do this in a semi-private. That's usually where it starts. I teach some players the drill, and then I know I can send them out, and I know that when they're on their own, which they should be, it's going to be worthwhile. So I'm giving you 2 guys a private. The rest of you can beat it. Marty, let's put up the targets over here, man. Actually, let's put them over here. So the number one thing that I want to, when it comes to serve, that's the first play situation, serving. People ask me all the time, what's your best serve drill? What's your best this drill? What's your best doubles drill? You might remember the ground target. So it'll be helpful if you look at that little diagram right now. So the 6 ground targets are up here. But now we're going to go to what I call the exit targets, and they're a little more advanced, in my opinion. We're going to set these babies up for you. Back here, we have the same 6 targets. Okay, Marty, I'll get way out here. So let me just take a second so you know what they are. Okay, remember, this target area is 1, so this is 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But now, we have to, if it goes through here, that's 0. This is -1. Again, if you look on your target thing, that's more important, okay? On that side, the alley is 7, and now past the alley is 8. So guys, go over there. I like to start players out with ground targets, but really, as soon as they're quite any good at all, I start talking about exit targets. These are more important. Why? Because this is where your opponent strikes the ball. You can hit whatever you want up there, but really doesn't matter what you give your opponent. So you might hit to 2, but it might cross to 2, and that's 5, and it crosses to 5. So hit a serve right now, Christian, just so I can say where it exited. That ball exited right through here. What is this? 5. Hit another one. These are the exit targets. That one exited 7. Okay, so you see a different targeting system? Spend time here with your players. This has been way more helpful. Here's the deal. If you're playing college tennis and your exit target is 0, is this a good thing? That's everybody's forehand. We had a problem with that with our women's team. We have a good women's team. They're nationally ranked. couple years ago, everybody was serving. We wanted to come in, and they're serving to these girls that had bombs. And they're like, I can't come in. And really, that wasn't the problem. It was their serve location. So I just wanted to identify these. The way I would practice, my favorite practice for this is have those guys, they can play all kinds of games. They can play horse. They can do whatever they want. Boom. Serve play, or the next play situation is returning. So you're over here, buddy. What do you do for returns, coach? I got these two guys out. They're going to practice on what are they going to do on the return. So here's the deal. This is version 1. It's a cross-court game. I'm going to be playing singles, so I want you to hit deep. Imagine zone 3 or 4, okay? I serve, you hit it back, and I hit one more shot. That's it. Serve plus 1. But when you hit your shot, Sam, I'm going to tell you where it landed. Your goal is to get it, because this is singles, you want to hit it deep. So watch. Don't play it out. I serve. He hits it. Sorry, get ready. Hit it cross court. That goes in 4, and then I forgot to hit. And then I would hit it down the line, but don't play it out. Okay, go. It's a 3-ball sequence. Sam's getting feedback on its depth. And you'll be surprised how many times it's not very deep. 3 balls. Serve, return, you rip it one more, don't play it out. There's a serve, there's a return, and the net. Okay, go again. We're going to let Sam know where that ball bounced. That's 4. That's good. By the way, if we can pull it off, what I'm looking for is boom, return, and then I pump it down the line, don't play it out. Then we come over here. So now let's come over here. I'm saying the zone so Sam gets feedback about where it is. Okay, so watch it again. Put it in. That's 3, and then you don't play it out. Now you go to the deuce. You go to the edge. You go to the deuce. I like it for singles in particular, because if singles players generally say back, I want the return to be back. I don't want to have invitations to come in. But now for doubles players, we got that. Slightly different. We're going to play a game called one-on-one doubles. You're going to serve and volley, still cross-court only. You're going to play it out. On top of that, you're going to say over-under. So go ahead. Play this out. Over. Play it out. Okay, quickly to the ad court. Notice he said over-under. Okay, second serve. Okay, double. Go to the deuce. Live ball here, guys. Over. You see the over starting to creep in? We played that out. I always say the first volley. Guess what happens? Not 9, but 7 out of 10 times it's over. Then I got to wander over there and start my coaching, okay? Because this is doubles, I don't care. I don't really want him aiming at 3 or 4. I want him aiming at lower strike zones, okay? So that's my go-to game for a return. Next situation is baseline play. Here's how I do it. We play a game called one-on-one singles. So you serve and you play out cross-court, forehand, and you're going to just stay there. After you play this game for a few minutes, you realize it's murder. You can't put the guy away, but you hit the same shot over and over and over. So all cross-court is high percentage. So go ahead and serve. Typically, I would have them play a set like this. Okay, go ahead. He would serve the whole set, by the way. Now you rally. Boom. He's up 15 love, other corner. Everything here is cross-court. Because it's cross-court, whoa, beefy. Other side. What's the score, by the way? 30 love. 30 love. Okay, good. So what's going to happen here, guys, coaches? This is very typical. How are these mature rallies, long rallies? No. So I would be coaching up right now. I'd probably call a huddle. Hey, guys, listen. I want to see that ball extend, okay? You're playing first strike tennis at every single point. Let's say you get a rally going. And if you get a short ball, you can go forward. But right now, I wouldn't be happy with the length of the rally. So steady out. Put some balls in place. I really want a lot of touches on the ball. And we're almost out of time, so I'm going to go through the next couple quick. If you play a whole set like this, you're literally going to hit, guaranteed, hundreds and hundreds of ground strokes, upwards of 1,000 if you play a match, all cross court, and all high percentage. Okay, time. Next game or the next play situation is what? Net play. So we covered this one already. It was Cuban Davis Cup. Remember I talked about 400 touches on the ball or not? Last play situation, lobs and passing shots. Can't forget that. Here's my go-to game for that. You would come up. The player, again, it's cross court. The player starts in zone 1. His feet got to be in zone 1. You feed it to him. Don't feed like that. Feed it deep. And then when the ball bounces, I can release. You have to lob the first ball. You play it out cross court. The timing is important, that you have to start here. No cheating and starting here. So watch Christian here. Wait. Lob. Play it out. Cross court only. This is a half court game. Okay, now the other side. Boom, boom. So time. Imagine a set of this. A set. He's going to hit more volleys than anybody, or lobs. You're going to hit overheads. He's going to hit counterpunch shots. Okay, so you're cheating a little bit. Okay, now stay here. Must lob that one. Now anything goes. And you play a whole set. This is the rules. I feed, bounce, I release. I've tested that formula. Sometimes I had touch in that. This is better. Feed, bounce, release is about realistic. Okay? So if you do that for a set, you're going to hit tons of overheads and defensive lobs. And those are what I would do. If I can train my players to know those games and teach them just once in a private, boom, I can go out and be certain that they're going to have some purposeful practice. Guys, we're going to wrap up because I think I'm right at time. So I want to thank you for all coming.
Questions online
Yeah, let's answer them. Thank Mick, by the way.
All right, so we had some questions online. If you guys have some questions, you can ask Jorge, but great job, Jorge. You're the best. All that stuff's in there, but I'll get to the questions. So Janet asked, what's a good drill to improve mid-court volleys for intermediate players and high school kids?
Okay, so mid-court volleys, zone 2 and zone 3 volleys are the, well, let me break it up. 3, I think, is where people, that's the most common volley, and it's the weakest. 2, people are getting pretty good up here. My go-to game or drill is triples. Triples, that one where you feed it and go and you circle like that. I counted the math. I'm all about the touches on the ball. You can get gabillion touches on the ball, that is a word, by doing that game. You saw the tempo, feed, go, feed, go. And sometimes I have to sit here and coach because when they hit these transition volleys and mess up, they want to get depressed. And I'm like, every time they get a low volley at their feet, before they can complain, I'm like, perfect, that's exactly what this drill is supposed to do. Give me a high five. I don't care if they master that shot. I just want them to get it. If they experience that volley from there 3,000 times and their counterpart did it 300 times, that's how you move the dial. That's my go-to game for sure for that volley.
All right, now, so for that, I got to get close to the microphone here, but Arthur asked, would you use triples for 3.0 adults?
I would, and I do. You might have to modify it and let them start a little bit in, but for sure we do. Just understand, triples for 3.0, their volleys are going to be in zone 3 for sure. They'll never get up to zone 2 for that first volley, but they're still going to get through. Yeah, we do that for sure every 3.0 practice.
Really, George is the best. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, look at that guy.
All right, how about this? How do you respond to players who may say they get tired of doing really good drills that are staple drills, such as triples or the overhead game?
Yeah, so I get this all the time. Should I change up my drills? My website has 1,800 drills. I don't use 1,800 drills. Okay, I don't think I've watched 800, even though I filmed them all. I don't think I've watched them all, okay? So it's kind of like a rock concert. You got your staples that everybody likes and knows. You have to do those, but you should mix in some new ones. So I think it's a balance. Think about going to a rock concert. You want the guy to sing the songs you know and are popular. You don't want 22 songs, all new songs. You know, if you go watch, you know, Bruce Springsteen, you want to hear certain songs. And then if you want to throw a few scrubby new ones in there, that's fine. So I do that. I have some core drills, I call them. These are ones I use either. There's really only 2 drills I use every single day, triples and overhead game. And then I have another 6 that I use most days. And then all the other ones I mix in all the way through, okay? The bummer for sure is people who, and this unfortunately is bad for the industry, good for my website, coaches that have 7 drills, and I've been doing those 7 drills primarily for 32 years. I don't know why these people don't love my drills. That can be rough. But yeah, that's a good question about when to mix them up. And of course, it's all skill appropriate. I do believe that most drills can be done with, not all, but most drills can be done with most levels. I think us coaches sometimes bail too quick.
Any questions out here, you guys?
Yeah, how about live questions? One question I have is, can the Hope College men's team pick up the balls in the Lions? That's a horrible question.
All right.
All right, well, hey, thank you, guys. Remember, oh, wait, we got one.
That percentage, the 56 with
Yeah.
16, is that men and women? Did you say that, or is that?
Yes. Actually, I don't know. I have to see. Marty, if you have my cell phone, I have the text in there so I can tell you. I don't know if that was men or women. It might be in the text. Brain Game Tennis, I don't mind plugging Craig's site. It's very, very good. He's got more stats than, you know, they're mind-blowing. I'll check it out after. Guys, thank you for making time to come. For all of you that watch online, thank you, guys. I hope you got some useful stuff. Love you. Thanks for supporting me and my lovely wife, Marty. Thanks, Hope College guys, for playing in. Thanks, Mick and the USTA. Thank Harry. Thank God. Thank everybody. All right, good job.
Director of Experiential Learning right here at the USTA National Campus in Orlando, Florida. And in the last 2 months since we've been open, we've hosted the TCA Directors Workshop with directors from all over the country. We've hosted 40 ambassadors for our Net Generation program. Just last week, we hosted some PTM students from Ferris State University and Methodist University, where they took a workshop every day from an expert right here on campus. And also our Jorge Capestany workshops, which happened on the 21st and the 23rd of this month, where 80 pros and providers and players came from all over the country to see his tennis IQ and world-class tennis drills workshops. Now, our goal here at USTAU is to take this learning lab here, the USTA National Campus, and provide you with content both physically right here on campus and virtually through recorded workshops and live stream workshops. So take a look at this video, and I hope you enjoy what we've done here so far and can see the possibilities of what can happen here at the USTA National Campus. Hi, I'm Coach Mick.
This has been an absolutely amazing experience all around, every single day.
Simply amazing. It blew me away.
National campus has been beautiful. Everything about it, the knowledge, everything that these tennis pros can give to us. Sometimes you take it for granted how smart and knowledgeable people are in this industry.
Working on this beautiful campus is a plus. It's very window, sunshine all the time. And then college match days have been the best experience so far for me.
Hi, it's Coach Mick, and I just want to say, first of all,
Okay, check out this game called Switch. P, the athletes have to call them.
hi, I'm Coach Mick, Director.
Which is probably the second most popular section.